This is the next episode of my XR Weekly News. We are on week 9, 2026. Yeah, I've arrived at home again, and the weather here is like much warmer than before. Like 2 weeks before we had snow, and now we have like 16 degrees Celsius. Crazy. So it seems like the spring is coming, right? So everything about XR hardware games releases and sales. Let's have some fun with the weekly news and let's go!
VoodooDE.
So guys, this is very interesting. Now we have a new statement on the situation at Meta. So we talked about this in the last weeks, and I also talked to you about this, and now we have a statement what's going on here, and it's pretty confirming the things that I also told you in the last week. So the thing is, they are removing Horizon Worlds completely from VR. And I think this is good news. So let's be honest, like Horizon Worlds, nearly nobody wanted that. Horizon Feed and all the things in the Meta Quest. The only thing we did with that is closing it. And now finally they will remove that. But they will not remove it completely. They will push it to mobile gaming. So obviously they are very successful with this mobile games. People play the games on the smartphone. I mean, I think I only tried that for 5 minutes or so in the past, and I didn't like it. I'm not a fan of mobile games, so I don't care about that. But I'm really happy that they removed it from VR. So the store will be much cleaner. I'm pretty sure it will be much cleaner. And they are shifting the focus, as they say, to mobile games and want to attract other audience. But still, and this is something that I also told you in the last weeks, they said the industry hasn't grown as much or as quickly as we'd hoped. So they are really honest here. It didn't work as good as they thought. And that's true. There is no like huge rush into VR. It's still not mainstream, and perhaps it will never be mainstream. We don't know. But they also say it is growing, and that's also true. It is growing very, very slow, but it grows. And yeah, and we also saw that they like fired some people and closed the main production studios of VR games. We also saw that. And then I thought, okay, they are not focusing on games anymore, but on the hardware. And this is what they also confirm. It's no secret that we are still in the hardware game, and their future headsets and so on. And this is really interesting. Very interesting. So they still focus on hardware, and then there's some blah blah blah. We are the greatest and things. We have 1 million subscribers on Meta Horizon Plus, which is pretty cool, by the way. And then they talk a little bit of, and also they confirm that they are focusing on third-party developer. So this is everything that I also told you in the past, what I think they are going to, and they just confirmed exactly that. So focusing on hardware, not focusing on games anymore. But what they also say, they will push the platform itself. So the Quest platform, the store, and the software for Meta Quest. They still develop that, they will still improve that, and they count on third-party developer to fill the store. So all of the news are pretty cool. Besides one thing, I'm a little bit worried about the fact that there will be no big productions anymore, like Batman Arkham Shadow, like Deadpool VR, something. All the studios are closed, right? And I hope, but I think there's only like indie developer games right now, and I'm worried if these games are not huge games, like only small games. And this is a problem that we already have, and this will be getting worse. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm not sure if it will happen, but that's what I'm afraid of. And also the price of the Quest 4. That's also what I'm afraid of. But we will see. just my thoughts. And also they say they will develop, they will focus on better platform for developers, like they can bring the games or the apps easier to the store, and monetization and all the things. Very interesting. And also then they say, as I told you before, they are focusing on mobile worlds because many people want that. But all in all, I think this is pretty good news. Best news is that they remove Horizon Worlds from VR and they separate that. So what are your thoughts about this? Do you like this news? Or do you think this is bad? Write it in the comments. And this is also an interesting block here for Google. So Google will also release smart glasses with display, like the Meta Ray-Ban display. And now they have a platform. They call the platform for the smart glasses Google Glimmer. And now they give like hints or best practices how you can do a great app for smart glasses. And this is very interesting because when I have the Meta Ray-Ban display since many months now, and I love them, they are good, but there is no new content at all. It's no apps, no store, and whatever. And that's what I'm really worried about. I want to do more with this glasses. But now Google is focusing on developers that can create apps for their glasses, and they give them hints. Like for example, here you see how it looks. Like it's not like a real display that you can watch movies. It's like a head-up display that you just sneak for a few seconds to get some information. That's what it's about. Like the same with Meta Ray-Ban display. And they give hints. For example, here this yellow square. It says it shows the developers where the people look and where they focus. When they will focus like closer, and you have to keep the environment in mind. And here, this is how it looks. Like in the lower right corner, something like that, you will see it. So if this is the whole vision. And they also give like hints what the developers should be worried about. For example, when they develop on a PC or on a monitor or so, and they need to check it out how that looks on the glasses, because it's very different. And here, for example, they have a bad example. So here it's like light surface and dark content that doesn't make sense. For the real environment then, and this looks much better. So dark surface and bright content. That's much better. I can confirm that from the Meta Ray-Ban display, it's better. And here they also give some hints like buttons and sliders and so on. That's absolutely good. They need to be big enough and so on. And then of course the size of the font, like how it looks. And that it's not too small, of course, in the mini display. And here they also here's a good example. Don't do this, because this is unreadable with very small text in some environments. When it's bright outside or so, you don't see this tiny text. So it must be like bold text, like this here. And also, this is also very important. Like they say, a big problem of the smart glasses is always the battery. And the more pixels are lit, the more battery is drained, right? And so the developers should check out that not so many pixels are used at the same time, like with the whole background or so. Like doing this is better. Very interesting. That looks also good. And also the pop-ups, like you shouldn't do it like it's like a message or so. It's bam, it's popped up so fast, because it could be difficult to notice. because you also see the real environment. So a smooth and longer animation duration is always better, and I can definitely confirm that. Really cool. Here also some good examples how so smooth animations is always better. Yeah, and that's it. So I will link this article in the description of this video so you can check it out and read everything. But this is gonna be interesting, especially when we compare when it's out the Google glasses to the Meta Ray-Ban display. I'm really curious about that, especially because I think people, it's the same like with a Meta Quest and Steam Frame. So people like Valve more than they like Meta. Yeah. And this is, I think, the same with Google. I think more people like Google than Meta. I would say that. Or what do you think? So this is also a thing. And also, hopefully they will bring more apps into the store of the Google glasses. I'm absolutely looking forward to that. Yeah, guys, and if you want to try some cool new VR demos, then here's the Steam Next Fest. Until March 2nd, you can try different cool VR games on Steam. But of course, there are not only VR games as a demo, so you need to filter that out. So how does it work? So here's the main page of the Steam Next Fest, and you will scroll down, and then you will go to Visuals and Viewpoint, Show More, and here you will click on VR. And as you can see, I think it's like 37 VR games or 40 or something like that. I think I already installed some. And as you can see, there are some really cool games to try, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Look at this here. Isle of Foods. Some games I already showed on my channel. Also some horror games here. Interesting, right? Iron Forged. This one is interesting. Echoes of Mora. Perhaps you've already tried some. This one I showed on Meta Quest. Detective VR. This one looks also interesting. I wish I had more time to show them all. Look, like there's even a Lusty Beat. Crazy. Gun X. So guys, I will put the link directly to this category in the description of this video, so you don't have to filter, but at least you know how to do it. So make sure to check it out. How to God is also really nice. So check out some cool demos on Steam Next Fest. And as I said before, some weeks ago, like Forefront will get or already got a new update and also a price increase. So it was $23, now it's $25. But we have a new map. It's called Oasis. We have a desert theme, so we have sand dunes and things. We also have a new APC vehicle for transporting troops, and also some bug fixes and balancing and so on. And yeah, the game is really cool. So you can check out my video on my channel, and it's available for Quest, Steam, and Pico. I think later in the future it will also come to PlayStation VR 2. And I can definitely recommend it. You should absolutely try it out. And as I said before, we have a leak here. So they found something in the Quest firmware. And this is like the resolution of this picture here is insanely low, but at least we can see some details. So this nose part here that sits on your nose, like with normal glasses, so that tells us the codename Phoenix, so the Apple Vision Pro and Galaxy XR competitor by Meta, will be pretty light because it cannot weigh like a lot because it sits on your nose, right? This would be very uncomfortable. So I'm pretty sure it will be light, but it will have a tethered puck that will be via cable in your pocket or so on a clip. And this is interesting, right? And also this logo here that's leaked, also you can see the nose part here. Very, very interesting. And they also, sorry, they also found this eye tracking, but I think that that's not very interesting. It's just normal eye tracking calibration, like with all the headsets. You have to check watch points, and then it calibrates your eyes. And this will be like the release in the first half of 2027, at least that's planned. And after that, there will be the Quest 4. So the Quest 4 will be earliest at the end of 2027 or later. So if you ask me, should you wait for Quest 4? No, just go for the Quest 3 right now. So that's definitely 2 years or so until the Quest 4. And I'm looking forward to that because it looks pretty light, pretty small. And hopefully Meta will do some really cool things here. Yeah, and there's another update for a very important game, Blade and Sorcery Nomad. By the way, there are like tons and hundreds of updates of games this week. I don't know why they choose this week, perhaps because of the Steam Next Fest, I don't know. But to mention that all the weekly news would last like 2 hours or so. So I just tell you the most important ones. Blade and Sorcery has a new, Nomad has a new update called Zentara. This is one of 4 planned updates in the Byth update. And yeah, we have a new map. It's called Zentara. Like look at this. It's maritime. Like we have ships and pirate ships and lighthouse and things. And we have new weapons, new armor, new lore, and also new crystal hunt modes. So this is going to be really interesting, and also a new physics system for things that are related to water. Really cool. And we have this update now available for Quest and Pico. So I can, if you didn't try Blade and Sorcery yet, you should absolutely do that. It's an absolutely nice game. And guys, now the giveaway of my 10 years anniversary of VoodooDE VR is ended, and we have 3 winners. So the winner of the surprise package with VR merch and VR accessories is from Germany. And by the way, we have nearly 15,000 entries in the giveaway. This is freaking insane. This is freaking insane. But the most of them are from Germany, indeed, and from Germany. So the 3rd winner of the surprise package is Lars Baumert. Congratulations. If you, I will send all the winners an email soon, and you have to reply in 7 days, please. Otherwise, the next one will win. And then, you will get this if you send me your address, of course. Congratulations. So, and the 2nd winner is a MetaQuest 3 winner. A MetaQuest 3. This is crazy. A brand new sealed MetaQuest 3. And this winner is also from Germany. And his name is Sebastian Franz. Congratulations. Please answer me on my email in 7 days. Very important, also look in the spam folder, because this giveaway things often go into the spam folder, because most of the giveaways are spam, but not mine. My giveaways are no spam, okay? So definitely check out the spam folder of your email. And congratulations, by the way, and the winner of the insane Pimax Crystal Super worth nearly $2,000. Crazy, 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 crazy. Congratulations, is also from Germany. So I told you, like nearly all of them, the participators are from Germany. His name is a little bit hard to pronounce. I have no idea how to pronounce that. It's Ouassim, Ouassim. So congratulations. Please answer me in 7 days. This is very important. Otherwise, another one will get this. And then, yeah, tell me your address and I will send it to you. Crazy, crazy. A Pimax Crystal Super. You don't win this every day, right? So guys, thank you so much for participating in my giveaway. This means a lot to me. Also the nice comments you made and so on. Thanks. This is like so good feeling. Thank you so much. And now let's get to the next 10 years. Okay guys, the weekly survey. Last week I asked you, what do you use mixed reality pass-through for most? So checking your surroundings, virtual monitors, gaming, or not at all. And to be honest, I expected the result a little bit different. I expected that most people say, I don't care at all. Because many people write me in the comments when I show a mixed reality game, what are you showing that? This is not interesting. I want to get into a completely different world. I don't want to see my real world. So I thought that even more say not at all. But most people definitely use mixed reality to check the surroundings, at least, or your phone. To be honest, I don't do that. I remove my headset because I want to see it with my real eyes. I don't know. It's still better quality, the real eyes. Not many people use it for gaming. This is crazy. I choose this one because I love mixed reality, but not the game themselves, and also not the games where just something flies in your real environment. I mean the mixed reality games that really interact with your environment. For example, Wall Town Wonders. You can place something on your real wall and so on. This is, I love the technology. This is why I love it. Yeah, but yeah, so it seems like mixed reality is not so important for people, and that makes the Steam frame more interesting because it doesn't have mixed reality at all, and this is gonna be interesting, right? Yeah, and the new survey for by the way, this is the German results from Germany, pretty similar, and this is the new one for this week. This is also very interesting how we play VR games. So how do you play VR most often? Do you play it standing but with full movement, the whole room scale? So you walk with your real feet in VR and you turn and move a lot, perhaps even dance or so, then choose the first one. Or standing but stationary with very little movement. So you move with your controller, you turn with your controller, and you walk with the other thumbstick, like smooth locomotion teleportation. Then this one. Or you play seated on a chair like this. This is also, for example, interesting for people. Or if you even play lying down, like lying with your feet up on a sofa or even in your bed. This is interesting. I'm not sure about the result. I don't want to say something, but yeah, it's very important to participate, guys. This is very important. Also for developers could be interesting. So make sure to get in the description and in the first pinned comment and participate. And let's check out the releases this week. As always, 10% off every MetaQuest game with my coupon code VoodooDE. So we have Fixer Undercover. I showed you a shorts video. This, like, we have to, we are somebody that repairs things, but we are undercover. So we have to find out what's happening there as an agent, undercover agent. And we have to repair things like with tools and so on, and puzzles. I love this game. It's not action, of course, it's pretty calm, but it's really nice. You should definitely check it out. Then on Steam we have Byteword. This is like a sandbox experience for like viewers and streamers. And then we have a Grab Run Alpaca Party. This is an extraction game for a multiplayer with a comic style. It's for free. And then we have Papercraft. We have some parkours where we can use paper planes. Really cool. And then we have Oldest Golden Treasure. This is like we are a detective and we have to solve puzzles. There's also a story, like an escape room style. There's nothing new on the PlayStation VR 2 this week, but on the Apple Vision Pro we have Retrocade. This is like, I think it also supports mixed reality. It's a arcade experience with like this old gaming machines. Really cool. So this were the releases this week. And let's check out the sales. This is not much this week, I can tell you. I didn't find anything. I didn't find anything on the Meta platform. There's nothing special, but on Steam at least we have Medieval. This is like a arena shooter with a lot of magic and things very fast. It's 70% off. Then Carpelusum Sees the Light, a very old game, a very old puzzle game, but I love it. 80% off. And then on the PlayStation VR 2 we have Ragnarok, a music rhythm game, 80% off, and Propagation Paradise Hotel, a horror game, 75% off. This was it for this week. Please participate in the survey. This is very important. And also consider to get a channel member to get a lot of interesting advantages. And also check out the Steam Next Fest. Thank you for watching and see you next time in virtual reality. See ya.
VoodooDE